Hello viewers, my name is still Mr. Adebanjo. I want to welcome you to this video. In this video we are going to be discussing the Wassce 2024 General Mathematics theory questions. This is as a result of the promise I made in the previous video that we are going to be discussing the theoretical part of this Wassce 2024 General Mathematics. So we have discussed the objective part of this question in the previous videos. You may reference those videos in order to see those questions that were given on the objective questions. So like I said, in this video we are going to be discussing the theoretical aspect of it. And what are we going to be doing in this video? Just like our usual practices, we are going to be telling you the topic where each of the questions emanate from, and also we are going to be solving each of the questions step by step without any delay or any problem. And also we are going to be solving all the 13 questions in this part. All the 13 questions will be solved one after the other, and we are going to be telling you what and what you need to know concerning each of the questions and the 13 questions. So we have a long way to go as far as this video is concerned. And but before we get it started, please if you are here to subscribe to this channel, please click on the subscribe button right now, so as to enable you to help you know whenever we post information on this channel. And the only way you can help us improve this channel is by subscribing to our channel, and share this video with the students out there who need these resource materials, and also like and comment the comment section of this video, so as to help us in a couple of in our next video. Now the first question is what you are seeing on the screen right now, and the question is from variation. The question is from variation, and in this case from joint variation. Just like you know that we have different types of variation, but this question is basically from joint variation. The question says that the time t taken to buy a fuel at a filling station varies directly as the number of vehicle, which is represented by v, in a queue, and varies inversely as the number of number of pumps, represented by p, available at the station. In a station with 5 pumps, it took 10 minutes to fuel 20 vehicles. You have to find the relationship between t, p, and v. So like I've rightly said that this question is from variation. We are told that t varies directly as number of vehicle, which is v. So it means that you'll be having t varies as v, then varies inversely as number of pumps, which is p, varies inversely as 1 over p. So this is the mathematical interpretation of this variation, which is joint variation. T varies as v and varies inversely as p. Then this is a mathematical expression which we need to take to mathematical equation. That is, we need to change this to equation, and the only way we can do that is by introducing a constant. So if you introduce a constant k, so this will give us t equals to k, which is the constant, multiplied by v, which is the number of vehicle, over p, which is the number of pumps. So now we have an equation now to deal with, and the next thing to do is to find the value of our constant k, and that we will get by using the values of pump, the value, the number, the minutes, and the number of vehicle given to find the value of k. So in this case, our t is 10 minutes, our p is 5, and our v is 20. So if you substitute that, you have 10 is equals to 20 multiplied by k, which is the constant, over 5, which is the number of pump. From there you can cross multiply. If you cross multiply 5 multiply 10, that will give us 50 equals to 20k. From there you can divide both sides by 20. You have 5 over 2. If you reduce this by this, 5 over 2, that will be the value of our constant k. So the question says you should find the relationship between t, p and v. The way to do that is to put the value of your k into this equation. So you'll be having t is equals to k is 5 over 2 multiplied by v over p. So the 2, which is, because it's a fraction, the 2 will come down, so you have 5 over 2 then v over p. So this is the relationship between the t, p and v. This is the relationship. Sometimes they call it the formula connecting t, p and v. So you have t is equals to 5v over 2p. So that's the question number 1a. So the question continues that we have to find the time it takes to fuel 50 vehicle at a station with 2 pumps. So the what you need to do is to remember the relationship or the formula you have gotten, which is t is equals to 5v over 2p. So with this relationship now you can find the value of t, because question has also find the value of t time given the number of vehicle, which is v, and the number of pump, which is 2. So if you substitute that here, you have t is equals to 5 times 50 over 2 times 2. So that should give us 250 over 4, and the t will be 62.5 minutes for the time. Then for c, you have to find the number of pumps required to fuel 40 vehicle in 20 minutes. In this case you are looking for p, so all you need to do is to remember this as well. So you have t is equals to 5v over 2p. In this case you are looking for p, which is number of pump. So if you can cross multiply here to make p such of the formula first before you now substitute the values here. So if you cross multiply, we have 2pt equals to 5v. Then our aim is to find p. You can divide both sides by 2t. So p will be equals to 5v over 2t. Then from there you can substitute the value of our v, which is number of vehicle. So that will give us 5 times 40 over 2 times number the time, which is 20. Then from there, if you reduce that, if you multiply that, it is 200 over 40, and that will give us 5. So that will give us 5 pumps. So that's solution for question number 1. Question number 2 is from word problem. It's from word problem on distance and okay, we can say word problem leading to on some word problem on a linear equation. So word problem on linear equation. So we are told that a car traveled a distance of 2x plus 13 kilometer at 67.5 kilometer per hour, and 5x minus 20 kilometer at 72 kilometer per hour. If the total time for the entire journey was 90 minutes, find the value of x. Like I said, the question is from the word problem leading to linear equation. Now what we can do is that the first thing we need to understand is that we are given distance, we are given speed, and we are given distance, we are also given speed. But the entire if you look at the speed given to us is in kilometer per hour, then kilometer per hour, but the entire journey take 90 minutes. So they expect you to first of all do something to this 90 minutes. You need to convert it to hours. So first of all, convert the 90 minutes to hours. You have 90 minutes equals, so because 60 minutes make 1 hour, so you have a 90 divided by 60, and that will give us a 3.5 hour. Sorry, just a 3.5 hour. 3 over 2 hours, that will give us a 1.5 hours rather. 1.5 hours. So 3 over 2 hours. So that will be 1.5 hours if we change it to mixed number. But let's leave it like this. So we have converted this 90 minutes to hours now. Then we are having distance and speed. We need to know the relationship between distance, speed and time. So we know that speed is equal to distance over time. Speed is equal to distance over time. So we are giving distance, we are giving speed. So all you need to know is to make find the time. That means you need to make time, so the formula. So if I make t sort of formula, you can cross multiply. Then if you're having d is equals to st, then divide both sides by s, you'll be having t is equals to d over s. That means distance over speed. So time is equals to distance over speed. So if you take this distance with this speed for the first journey, so we can find the time it takes for this first journey. And that you can call that one the time for that one, we can call it t1. You can say t1 is equals to the distance, which is 2s plus 13 over the speed, which is 67.5. So you can call that one equation 1. So we can do that same. You can do the same thing for this one and this one as well. We have the speed to be 5s minus 20. Then so we have this distance to be 5s minus 20, and the speed is 72 km per hour. So we can find the time for that one as well, which you can call t2. So if you call that one t2 equals to the distance, which is 5s minus 20 over this the speed, which is 72. So the time taken here plus the time taken here is what gives us this 90 minutes, which we converted to 1.5 hours. So this time here, this plus this will give us the total time. So that means your t1 plus t2, which is what you got here, will be equals to 3/2 hours. So, and how do we do that? We know that our t1 is 2s plus 13 over 67.5. So put that here. So we have this plus the t2, which is this, equals to 3/2. So from there, what we can do is that we can find the LCM of 67.5, 72, and 2. So the LCM of these denominators, and that should be 9,720. If you multiply this by this, you give us 9,720. Then you can now multiply it through by the LCM. So multiply this one by 9,720, multiply this as well by 9,720, multiply this one by 9,720. So you will have this. So you can see that we have multiplied this by 9,720, the same thing here and the same thing here. So from there, 67.5 can go in this. That will give us a 144. Then multiply by what you have here, which is this, plus 72 in this as well, give us 135. Then to multiply 5f minus 20, then 9,720 times 3 divided by 2 give us a 14,580. From there you can open the brackets. 144 multiplied 2, that gives us a 288x. 144 times 13 give us a 1,872. Then plus 135 multiply 5, that gives us a 675. And also 135 multiply minus 20, that gives us a minus 2,700, equals to this. Then from there we can collect like times. We have 288 plus 675. So we have a 963x equals to, we take this to the other side, we take this to the other side as well. So we have 14,580 minus 1,872 plus 2,700. So if you simplify the right hand side, we have a 15,408. You can now find the value of s by dividing both sides by 963. So s will be equals to 16. So the value of our x is 16, which is the solution for question number 2. Question number 3 is from the mesuration of plane shape. Question number 3 is for mesuration of plane shapes. We are given that a circular floor of a building is to be tied with ceramic ties, each of side 40 cm by 40 cm. If the perimeter of the floor is 66 meters, we have to calculate correct to the nearest whole number the number of ties required to complete to completely tie the floor, taking pi to be 20/7. So we are told that there is a floor which is circular in shape, and we want to floor it with a ceramic tie, and the dimension of each of the ties is 40 by 40 centimeter. And we should know that that means the tie is square in nature and the floor is circular in nature. So we know that the space inside the circle will give us the area of the circle, and but we are not given the area of the circle. That's what we need to find. So if you can find the area of the circle, then find the area of the tie, each of the tie, then we can find the number of tiles needed. But we are given the perimeter of the floor, so that means we know the perimeter of the circle, which is 66 meters. So we can find the radius of the circle from that. Now we said that the space in the circular floor is equals to which is also the area of the floor, equals to pi r square. Then we are given the perimeter of the floor, which is 2 pi r. That is the formula of finding the perimeter of a circle is 2 pi r, because we are told that the floor is circular. So that means the perimeter of the floor is 2 pi r, and we are given the value of the perimeter of the floor, which is 66. So that means we have 66 is equals to 2 times 22, which over 7, which is the pi, multiplied by the radius. From there you can simplify further. 2 multiplied by 22, that gives us 44, multiplied by r, 44r over 7, cross multiply from there. So you have 44r equals to 66 times 7 gives us 462. We can divide both sides by 44, and that will give us 10.5 meters. So that means the radius of the circle is 10.5. Now that we know the radius of the circle, we can now find the area of the circle, which is talking about the space inside the circular floor, so, or in the circular floor. So therefore the area of the floor, which is talking about the space in the circular floor, will be pi r square, and that will give us 22 over 7 times 10.5 squared. Then from there, if you simplify that further, 10.5 squared will give us 110.25. Then 22 times z divided by 7 will give us 346.5 meters squared. So that is the space within the circular floor. So now that we know the space within the circular floor by finding the area, let's find the space within each of the tie. The space within each of the tie, which is the area of the ties. But we should know that the dimension of the tie is in centimeter, while the perimeter of the circle is in meters, which help us to find the area of the circle. So that means we need to convert these to meters as well, and that will be, we know that 100 centimeter make 1 meter. So that means we need to divide each of these by 100. So we know that the area of each ceramic will be L times L, that is a square. So that will give us a 40 over 100 meters multiplied by 40 over 100 meters. So that will give us a 0.4 times 0.4. Then that will give us 0.16 meters squared. So that is the area of each of the ceramic tiles. So to now know the number of tiles that will be required to floor this circular floor, that means we need to divide this by this. So that means each number of tiles will be 346.5 over 0.16, and that should give us a 2165.625 tiles. And we are to correct to nearest whole number, and that should give us a 216x, that is 2166 tiles to the nearest whole number. Question number 4 is from circle geometry. It's from circle geometry. We are told that in the diagram ABCD is a circle center O. So this is a circle center O. The quadrilateral OBCD, quadrilateral OBC then D is a rhombus, such that angle ADO is Y, also equals to angle OBA is also Y, and angle BAD is equals to T. So the angle here is T. You have to find, question number A, the value of T. So you have to find the value of T in question number A. So like I said, the question is from circle geometry. The first thing we need to know that no value is given in the diagram. So we have to find the value of T. So in that case, you may not have a specific value for value of T. It may be in relation to Y. So, and that's what I want you to know. So they are not really asking us for the value of T per se as a value, as a digit. So they may be asking you for the value of T in terms of Y. So what can we say? We know that there's a relation between angle T here and angle BOD, the angle here at the center here. So we know that angle BOD is going to be 2T. That is, angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So angle BOD, the angle at the center here is twice the angle at the circumference. So BOD is going to be 2T. Then you can now find the angle BOD reflex. BOD reflex, the other angle here. Angle BOD reflex. You can find that angle. So angle BOD reflex will be 360 degrees minus BOD, which is 2t. So you have 360 minus 2t, and that will give us angle BOD reflex. The reason being that angles at a point. Then from there, we know that this ABOD, this diagram is a quadrilateral. ABOD is a quadrilateral. So from there, it's a quadrilateral. So from there, we can sum all the angles in that quadrilateral to be 360 degrees, because we already have angle BOD reflex, we have this angle Y, we have this angle T, we have this angle here Y. So addition of all those four angles will give us 360 degrees because of sum of angles in a quadrilateral. So from there, so angle T plus Y plus angle BOD reflex, which is this angle here, and that will give us a 360 minus 2t plus angle Y here, that will give us a 360 degrees, sum of angle in a quadrilateral. So this shape ABOD is a quadrilateral. So if you sum all the angles inside, that is interior angles of that quadrilateral, is going to give us 360 degrees, and that's what we have done. So this is T plus Y plus angle BOD reflex, which is 360 minus 2t plus this Y here, that will give us 360 degrees. From there you can collect like times. Y plus Y will give us a 2y, then T minus 2t, that will give us a minus T, equals to 360 come to this side, you have 360 minus 360, that will give us 0. From there you can make T sort of formula here. If you take T to this side, you have a 2y equals to T, so T will be equals to 2y. So that means the value of our T is 2y. So what T is equals to what? 2y. That's the value solution for question number A. Then for question number B, you have to find the value of y. You have to find the value of y as well. So you can find the value of y from here as well. We know that from here you have 2y to be 2y minus T equals to 0. From there you can make y sort of formula by collecting like times. So you have 2y equals to T, then the variables are by 2. You have y is equal to T over 2 from there as well. So that will give us the value of y. Then for question number C, we have to find angle ADC. Angle ADC. Angle ADC, which is the addition of this angle Y, the angle ODB, that is the angle that is here, plus angle BDC, which is the angle that is here. So there are three angles that form angle ADC. Angle Y plus this angle at the middle plus this angle here. So those three angles will be add up together to form angle ADC. So we already know one of them, which is Y. So we need to find angle ODB. And how can we do that? Very simple as well. We know that line OB and line OD, they are both radii, because this is a radius. OB is a radius and OD is also a radius, so they are radii. That means they are equal. So that means triangle OBD will be an isosceles triangle. Triangle OBD is an isosceles triangle because two sides are equal. Then we already know this angle BOD, the angle at the center, we already know it to be 2t. So that means you can remove this 2t from 180, sum of angle in a triangle, and whatever we get, we divide it by 2 to give us this angle OBD and angle ODB. So this angle and this angle, they are equal because they are base angles of isosceles triangle. We know that base angle of isosceles triangle are what? Equal. So like I said, we know this angle at the center, that will be 2t. So angle OBD, which is this angle here, and the angle ODB, which is the angle at the here, they are both equal because of their base angles of isosceles triangle. And how can we find each of them? Is by removing this angle at the center, which is 2t, from 180 degrees. Whatever we get divided by 2. So you have 180 minus 2t over 2. So you can factorize 2 at the numerator here. 2 is common, so we have 2 into 90 minus t. So that 2 will cancel 2, so you have 90 minus t. So that means the angle here, angle OBD, the angle here is 90 minus t. Also the angle here is also 90 minus t. So that means we know this angle Y, we also know this angle ODB to be 90 minus t. So we need to find the remaining angle with this angle here so that you can find angle ADC. Then how do we find this angle here? If you remember, we are told that this quadrilateral OBCD is a rhombus. This quadrilateral is a rhombus. We are told that it's a rhombus. And in a rhombus, we know that the opposite sides are equal and they are parallel. That is, sorry, all sides are equal, but opposite sides are parallel. So this side is parallel to this side. So that makes this line BD a line of transversal. If you understand the parallel line very well, this line and this line are parallel. So that made this line BD and a line of transversal. So it means that this angle OBD, the angle here, is going to be alternate to this angle BDC, the angle here. This angle and this angle here, they are equal because they are alternate angle. Likewise, the angle here, angle ODB, is also equal to angle DBC because they are also alternate angle. So we only need this angle here. So if this angle here is 90 minus t, that means the angle here is also 90 minus t. That means angle BDC is also 90 minus t. So using alternate angle. So angle BDC, angle BDC, which is what you are looking for, is equal to angle OBD, which is this angle here, because the alternate angle, because this line is parallel to this line. So this line is line of transversal. So from there, therefore, angle BDC, which is this angle here, is going to be 90 minus t as well. There from there, our angle ADC we are looking for will be y plus angle ODB, which is the angle here, which is what we have already gotten here. Where's ODB, which is 90 minus t, plus angle BDC, which is the angle here, which is alternate to this angle here. So it's also 90 minus t as well. So that means angle ADC will be equal to y plus 90 minus t plus 90 minus t. From there you can collect like terms. So we have y 90 plus 90 will give us 180, then minus t will give us minus 2t. So therefore angle ADC will be equal to y minus 2t plus 180. So that's solution for question number 4. Question number 4 is from the probability. It's from probability. We are told that a basket contains 3 gold-plated marbles, 4 diamond marbles, and some silver marbles, all of the same size and shape. 2 marbles were drawn from the basket at random, one after the other without replacement. If the probability that the 2 marbles were all silver is 1/15, find the number of silver marbles. So the question is from probability, like I said, and in this case without replacement. So you are given number of marbles. So gold, G, let's use G to represent gold. That you have 3 marbles there. For diamond, let's use D. You have 4 diamond. So for silver, we don't know the number of silver marbles that are there, so we can use something to represent that. So let S be silver and the number of marbles there should be X. So in this case, we can know the total number of marbles that we have in the container, in the basket rather. So if you add them together, total number of marbles will be 3 plus 4 is 7 plus X. So we have 7 plus X there as total number of marbles. So we know that probability of an experiment is favorable outcomes over total outcomes. So with this, we can perform any probability experiment. So what can we say? You are told that 2 marbles were drawn from the basket at random, one after the other without replacement. If the probability that the 2 marbles were all silver, so probability of silver, the first silver and the second is silver as well, will be favorable outcome, which is the X for silver, over total outcome, which is the 7 plus X, which is for the first silver ball, multiplied by the second silver ball, because we are told that it is without replacement. So that means you need to remove 1 from this number of silver ball. So you have X minus 1, that will give us S minus 1 here, over total outcome. So from total outcome as well, you need to remove 1 as well, because you have already removed 1 silver ball from the total outcome here. So you need to remove 1 from here. So that will give us 7S minus 1. I hope you understand what you are doing here at all. For if you pick the first silver ball, that will be X over 7X. Then you don't forget that the condition is without replacement. That means the first silver ball you pick, you did not replace it back. So that means this number of silver ball will reduce by 1. So that means you have s minus 1 over, also the total number of marbles also has reduced by 1 since you did not return the first silver ball you pick. So that means you'll be having 7 plus x minus 1 as well for the total number of seconds, total number of silver when you pick the second silver ball. I hope you understand this. So you have been given the probability that when the two marbles were picked is 1 over 5. So you have here, you'll be having 1 over 5 is equals to x over 7 plus x multiplied by s minus 1. So if 7 minus 1 here will give us a 6. You have 6 plus 1. From there now we can now simplify further. If you multiply x by s minus 1, that will give us a s squared minus x. Then multiply out the denominator as well. 7 multiply 6, you have 42. 7 times x, here you have 7x. 6 times 6 will give us 6s. Then s times s will give us a s squared. So you know how you got s squared minus x at the numerator. S will multiply x, then s multiply minus 1 will give us minus x. So from there you can simplify this further. We have 1 over 15 equals to s squared minus x over 42. 7s plus 6 will give us 13s plus s squared. Now we can cross multiply. The denominator here will multiply 1. So you have this. Then 15 times s squared will give us 15s squared. 15 times minus s will give us minus 15x equals to s squared plus 13s plus 42. Then from there we can collect like times this s squared will come here. We have 15s squared minus s, that will give us 14s squared. Then minus 15x minus 13x, that will give us minus 28x. Then minus 42 equals to 0. So this is a quadratic equation we need to solve using the method you know. But we know that before we solve it, we can divide through by 14. 14 can go in this equation. 14 here, 14 can go here, 14 can go in 42. So that will give us a s squared minus 2x minus 3 equals to 0. So you can now solve this one using factorization method. Two numbers you can multiply together to give us minus 3, and when you add them together give us minus 2. That should be plus minus 3 plus 1. Minus 3 plus 1. So you'll be having s squared minus 3s plus x minus 3 equals to 0. I believe you understand how to solve quadratic equation. We can factorize this. S is common, so you have s into s minus 3. So plus 1 is common here. You have plus 1 into s minus 3 equals 0. So you have s plus 1 into s minus 3 equals 0. In this case, if you find the value of our x here, s will be equal to 1 minus 1, or s will be equal to 3 here. So our aim is to find the number of silver marbles, which is what we have represented by x here. So it's not possible for our marbles to be minus 1. Yeah, it has to be positive numbers. So that means number of the marbles, silver marble, is going to be 3 instead of minus 1. So that means number of silver marble is going to be 3, and that's the solution for question number 4. Question number 5 is from the geometric progression GP, and that is sequence and series. We are given that s plus 2, 4s plus 3, and 7s plus 24 are consecutive terms of a geometric progression GP. You got to find the value of x, then common ratio. So it's very simple as well. Very simple. So I hope you have not missed a question. I think you have missed question number 5. Alright, don't worry, I will do that. I think there's an omission. I will return it back in the video. I will merge it with the video. I will solve it and I will merge it with this video. So given that I have dictated this question already, let's just dive into it. So we know that in GP they said that this term and this term and this term, there are 3 consecutive terms, so that means they follow each other. So, and we know that in GP we are supposed to have a common ratio. So that means this second term divided by the first term should give us the same value as a third term divided by the second term. So like I said, to find common ratio in GP, we have the second term divided by the first term, this divided by this, it should be equals to this divided by this as well, that is the third term divided by second term. So that will give us the common ratio. So we can use the same thing here. So you'll be having a 4s over s 4s plus 3 over s plus 2 equals to 7s plus 24 over 4s plus 3. So from there now we can now cross multiply. If you cross multiply, we have 4s plus 3 multiplied by 4s plus 3 equals to 7s plus 24 multiplied by s plus 2. We can open the brackets. 4 times 4x, 4 times 4 will give us 16s squared. 4s times 3 plus 12x. 3 times 4s, that will give us a 12x. 3 times 3 give us 9 equals to 7s times x will give us 7s squared. 7s times 2 will give us 14x. 24 times 7 give us 24x. 24 times 2 give us 48. So add this plus d, that will give us a 16s squared plus 24s plus 9 equals to 7s squared. 14s plus 24s, that will give us a 38x plus 48. Then we can move everything here to the other side. So you'll be having a 16s squared minus 7s squared, that will give us a 9s squared. Then 24x minus 38x, that will give us a minus 14x. Then 9 minus 48, that gives us minus 39 equals to 0. So you have to solve this quadratic equation. Using the method that we know. So we can easily use a formula method. So we have s is equals to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So our b is minus 14, our a is 9, and our c is minus 39. If you substitute that here, you have s equals to minus into minus 14 plus or minus square root of minus 14 squared minus 4 times 9, which is our a, times minus 39, which is our c, over 2 times 9. From there, minus times minus equals plus here. So you have s is equals to 14 plus or minus 14 squared give us a 196. Then minus times minus here will give us a plus. So 4 times 9 times 39 will give us a 1404 over 2 times 9 is 18. So if you add this together in the square root, where we have 1600, so we can find the square root of 1600, that will give us 40. So s is equals to 14 plus or minus 40 over 18, and we know that this implies two statements. It means that s is equals to 14 plus 40 over 18, or s is equals to 14 minus 40 over 18. Then 14 plus 40 will give us 54 divided by 18, that will give us 3. Or s is equals to 14 minus 40 will give us minus 26. So divided by 18, so 2 can go in up and down, so we have minus 13 over 9 as our x here. So our s is either 3 or minus 13 over 9. So that's for the value of our x. Then you have to get the common ratio, so which you can do using either this one or this one, because they are meant to give us the same answer. So the common ratio will be, I use the first one, which is 4s plus 3 over s plus 2. So use any one of these, because the common ratio can be 3, it can be greater than 1 or it could be less than 1. So anyone you use is going to be perfect. So I use s equal to 3, so you have 12 plus 3, because our s is 3, so you have 4 times 3, that gives us a 12. So you have 12 plus 3 over 3 plus 2, so that gives us 15 over 5, and that gives us 3. So the common ratio is going to be 3 for question number 6. Question number 7 is from the statistics. It's from statistics. You are told, you are given the age and the frequency. The table shows the ages of 20 children in a household, given that s ratio y is equals to 1 to 2. Find the value of x and y, then mean age of the children. So we are given the ratio of the s to y to be s ratio y is equals to 1 to 2. So that should give us you can get an equation from that. because you can see that the frequency, in that frequency we are having x and y, so we are not giving the value of all the frequencies, so some are in terms of x and y. So you can get the equation, the first equation here. So we have that s ratio y is equals to s ratio y is equals to so s ratio y is equals to 1 to 2. We can get an equation from this, or can get the first equation, because since we are given the relationship between x and y. So we know that ratio means division, so x ratio y, that gives us x over y equals to 1 ratio 2, that gives us 1 over 2. We can cross multiply from there. We have 2s equals to y, then that means you have 2s minus y equals to 0, so you can call that one equation 1. So you can get another equation from the table itself. You are told that the table shows the ages of 20 children in a household. So that means if you add all these frequencies together, you are supposed to get 20. If you add the frequencies together, you are supposed to get 20. So from there, if you add these frequencies together, we have 2 plus 2x minus 1, y plus 2, 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus y minus 1. So that means you are supposed to, that will give us this 2x plus 2y plus 8. How do we get that? Now we have a 2s, so there's no other here, so we have 2x. So y plus y give us a 2y. Then we have a 2 minus 1, that give us a 1, plus 2, that give us 3, plus 4, that give us 7, then plus 2, that give us 9, minus 1, that give us 8. So if you sum this together, that give us a 2s plus 2y plus 8, then that will be equal to what? 20. So that means you can give us another equation. So summation of the frequency will give us a 12 plus 2y plus 8, and that should be equals to these 20 children. So we can see that we can collect like terms here. We have a 2s plus 2y equals to 20 minus 8, that gives us a 12. So we can divide through by 2. So that will give us a s plus y equals to 6. So which we can call equation 2. We can solve the equation 1 and equation 2 simultaneously to find the value of x and y. Then that means we can eliminate y here by adding these two equations together. So if you add equation 1 and equation 2, we have a 2s plus a, that gives us a 3x, then minus y plus y, that gives us a 0, 0 plus c, that gives us a 6, divide both sides by 3, s will be equal to 2. Now that our s is 2, we can find the value of our y by substituting the value of s into equation 1 or equation 2. So but I use equation 2, s plus y equals to 6. So that means our s is 2, so y will be equal to 6 minus 2. So that means y will be equal to 4. So the value of our s is 2, value of our y is 4. Then the question asks us to find the mean age of the children. So the mean age of the children, so that will not be possible unless you know the value of our frequency. So that means we need to get the value of this frequency here, this one and this one as well, and that will be possible because we already know the value of our x and the value of our y. So here you have 2 to be frequency, there you have 2x. Our s is 2, 2 times 2 give us 4, minus 1, that give us a 3. Our y is 4, so y plus 2 give us 4 plus 2 give us a 6. So we have 4, we have 2, then 4 minus 1 will give us a 3. Now we know the frequency, we know the value of the frequency, all the frequency now, which also add up to 20. So we know that to find the mean of a group data without class interval, we need summation fx over summation f. Mean of a group data without class interval, we have summation fs over summation f. So that means we need to find fx. So this is our x here, and this is our f. So to get f, you have 5 times 2, that gives us a 10. 6 times 3 gives us 18. 7 times 6 is 42. 8 times 4 is 32. 9 times 2 is 18. 10 times 3 is 30. So if you now sum this together, that gives us 150. So therefore the mean age will be summation fs over summation f, which is 150 divided by 20, and that should give us 7.50 as the mean. So that's the solution for question number 7. Question number 8 is from the angle of elevation and depression, which is application of trigonometric ratio. Now we are told that two observers, Abu and Badu, 46 meters apart, observe a bed on a vertical pole from the same side of the bed. The angles of elevation of the bed from Abu and Badu eyes are 40 degrees and 48 degrees respectively. If at the foot of the pole Abu and Badu are on the same horizontal, we are to illustrate the information in a diagram, then calculate correct to 1 decimal place the height of the pole. So the first thing to do is to first draw the diagram like you have been told to do. So we are told that there's a pole, and on that pole there's a bed. So all you need to do is to draw a straight line to represent the pole. So let this straight line represent the pole. Then there are two observers, Abu and Badu. So let's use A to represent Abu and B to represent Badu. So both of them are on the same side, because we are told that they are on the same side, and they are observing a bed on top of the pole. So and we are told that they are both the two of them are 46 meters apart. So let this be represent Badu, and let this A represent Abu. So and we are both just 46 meters apart, and they are on the same line, they are on the same surface as the foot of this of the pole. Now we are told that the angle of elevation of the elevation of the bed from Abu and Badu are 40 degrees and 48 degrees. I know majority of the students in the course of writing the exam, most some of them will, since the Abu come first, Abu has 40 degrees and Badu has 48 degrees. Some of them will put Abu here, they will put Badu here, and they will now put 40 degrees, and they will now put 48 degrees. That will be wrong, and I will tell you the reason why it's going to be wrong very soon. Now let's, the way it is now, we are having Badu, then you have Abu. Don't forget that the angle 40 degree belongs to Abu, and Badu belongs to 48 degrees. Now let's see. Then the first one is Abu, which is 40 degrees of angle of elevation. So that means the initial side of Abu will be straight like this. So that will be the initial side of Abu, straight. Then if you now leave his initial side and look at the top of the bed, look at the top of the pole to see the bed, that means we elevate. So it will go like this, elevate. So that means the angle here, there's an angle going to be formed here, which is angle of elevation, and that will be 40 degrees. Do we understand that? Then for Badu as well, for Badu, this will be his initial side as well, but he will not leave his initial side and look at the top of the bed, top of the pole as well to look at the bed. So he will leave his initial side and look up as well. So an angle is going to be formed here as well, which is going to be angle 48 degrees. So like I said before, some students will put the A here, some of them will put B here, that the angle is going to be 40, the other one is going to be 48. That will be wrong, because there's no way this angle here will be greater than this angle here. It's not possible. Look at the line, the gap here is more than the gap here. So 48 have to be more than 40 degrees. So if you put Abu here and put Badu here, then you're having 40 here, you're having 48. That will be wrong, because you can't tell us that this angle here is bigger than this angle here. Rather, the angle here is bigger than the angle here. So that means Badu will be here, Abu will be here, because the angle for Badu is more than the angle for Abu, and the question was given to the student deliberately. And if you want to understand very well on angle of elevation and depression, you can check the video I've made on my channel on angle of elevation and depression. I solved lots and lots of questions on angle of elevation in that video, and it will help you understand this kind of question very well. Now let's continue. So from there we know that this is going to give us a right angle triangle, because the pole is perpendicular to the ground. Then you can call this side the H, which is the height of the pole that we have to find. So also, now the question is, this is the diagram we have to illustrate. This is how the diagram is going to be, and they know that student will put A here, they will put B here. That's why they ask you to illustrate the diagram, which is going to be part of the mark given to the student. Now that we know the height, then how do we resolve this diagram to find the height? So for this small right angle triangle, this one here, we don't have any side given, so we can improvise. You can call this side from here to here, you can call it X. So let's call it from here to here, let's call this X. So that means we can resolve this diagram like this now. So we are looking for height. We have we name this side X. So we have this angle 48 in this small right angle triangle. So opposite over adjacent, that'll give us cos. Sorry, that'll give us tan rather. Opposite over adjacent is tan. So that'll give us a tan 48 equals to opposite, which is h over x. Then from there you can make s, so you can make h sort of the formula by cross multiplying. So you have your h is equals to s tan 48 equals to which you can call equation 1. Then from the big right angle triangle as well, from this big right angle triangle, we also have this side, and we can also find, we will know this side as well, because the whole side here will be x plus 46. So the whole side here will be s plus 46. Then so we can also use tan opposite over adjacent as well. So we have tan 40 degrees, because this angle here is in the big right angle triangle. Tan 40 degrees is going to be equals to h over this side, which is x plus 46. Also, you can make h sort of the formula as well. So we have h equals to s plus 46 tan 40 degrees, which is equation 2. So you know that equation 1 is equal to equation 2, because h is equal to this, h is also equal to this. So that means s tan 48 also equals to s plus 46 tan 42. So that's the implication, because both of them are equal to h. So that means they are equal also. So that means you have a s tan 48 is equals to s plus 46 tan 40. Then from there you can simplify further. Tan 48 is 1.111 multiplied by here, that gives us a 1.11x equals to tan 40 is 0.839. We can use that to open the bracket here. So we have d equals to s times d give us a 0.839x plus this time 46 give us a 38.599. We can now collect like times this will come here. We have 1.111x minus 0.839x equals to 38.599. Then from there we can subtract this from this, so that should give us a 0.272x equals to this. You can divide both sides by 0.272 rather. So s will be equals to 141.91 meters. So that's the value of our x, but that's not what you have to find. You have to find the value of the height. So we can substitute the value of our x in equation 2 or equation 1 to find our h, because you know that our h is equals to this. So if you put the value of our x here, you can find our h. So from h, the height, which is same thing as the height, is equals to in equation 1, which is the 141.91 multiplied by tan 48. So if you multiply that out, we have this multiplied by tan 48, that gives us 157.604 meters, which you have to approximate to 1 decimal place, and that should give us 157.6 meters for the height of the pole. So that's the solution for question number 8. Question number 9 is from the circle geometry, then to mensuration of circle. Is from the midpoint theorem to mensuration of plane shapes. So from midpoint theorem to mensuration of plane shape, you are told that the diameter of a circle O is 26 centimeters. If you know the diameter, we will know the radius, which will be 13 centimeters. If a chord PQ is drawn such that it is 5 centimeters from O to the center of the chord, calculate correct to the nearest O number angle POQ. So that means there's a circle, draw the circle, and then there's a chord PQ. So draw a straight line, which is chord, then label it P and Q. Then from there we are told that there is a line from the center of the circle, that is PQ is drawn such that it is 5 centimeters from O to the center of the circle. So O is the center of the circle. So then there's a line from the center to the center of the chord. So there's a line drawn from the O to the center of the chord, and that is 5 centimeters. From here to here is 5 centimeters. And also we know that the diameter is 26. That means the radius is going to be 13. So that means I can draw the radius, which is from here, from the center of the circle to this P. That gives us a radius. Another radius from O to Q here, another radius. So and that will be 13 centimeters. This 13 centimeters. This also 13 centimeters. So we have to calculate angle POQ. Angle POQ. That is the total angle from here to here. That's what they have to find. Angle POQ. You have to find the angle here plus this angle here. So it's very simple as well. You can see that this is a right angle triangle, another right angle what triangle, and they are both equal. This triangle is equal to this triangle because they are sharing this side, and this radius is 13, this is also 13, so they are equal angles. So if I'm looking for angle POQ, if I can find the angle here, then whatever I get I multiply by 2. That will give us the total angle here, because this angle here is equal to the angle here as well. So the angle here is equal to this angle here as well. So if you can find this angle, multiply by 2, that will give us angle POQ. And we can call that one angle theta. So we can use trigonometric ratio to find theta. So that should be adjacent over hypotenuse, that will be cos. So we have cos theta will be equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 5 over 13. So that's, if you change this one to decimal number, that gives us 0.3846. Then from there you can now find the cos inverse to find our theta. So theta will be cos inverse of 0.3846, and that should give us 67.4 degrees. Then from there, if theta is 67.4 degrees, so that means angle POQ will be 2 times 67.4, and that gives us 134.8 degrees. So I think they asked us to take it to the nearest whole number. So okay, correct to the nearest whole number. So that should give us a 135 degrees. If you have to take it to the nearest whole number, sorry for that, I didn't do that, so you can do that on your own. Angle POQ will be 135 degrees. So question number B part of it, you have to find the area of the minor segment formed by the chord PQ. So we know that when you have a chord in a circle, then segment will be formed. The segment is this chord plus the arc that is here. So that is the segment that is formed. So when a chord is inscribed in a circle, a segment will be formed. That will be this chord plus the arc on the circumference. That gives us the minor segment. Also this chord plus the major arc, that will give us a major segment. But the question has also find the minor segment, which is the area of this segment here. This segment, this shape I'm highlighting on, this chord plus the segment here. So they want us to measure the space inside it, and that's talking about area. So we have to find the area of this minor segment. So how can we find that? It's very simple as well. You know that area of the segment will be the area of this the sector. With the whole diagram here, this diagram here is a sector. It's a sector. If I remove this line here, you see that we have a sector. Then the area of that sector minus the area of the triangle, that will give us the area of the segment. So area of segment is equal to area of sector minus area of triangle. And we know that area of sector is theta over 360 times pi r square minus area of triangle with two sides given with an included angle. That should be half r square sine theta. Half r square times sine theta. So from there, r square is common. You can factorize r square out. So you have r square into theta pi over 360 over minus sine theta over 2. Then we can substitute the values there. Our theta is the angle we got here, which is angle POQ, because this segment is subtending this angle at the center, which is the angle 134.8 degrees. So we have the radius is 13, that we have is 13 squared into theta is 134.8 multiplied by pi, which is 20 over 7 over 360 minus sine 134.8 over 2. So 13 square will give us 169. If you simplify this with your calculator, we have a 1.1768 minus, simplify this one with your calculator as well, you have 0.3548. Then subtract this, you have a 169. If you subtract this from this, and whatever you get multiplied by 169, that should give us a 138.92 centimeter squared. So if you take it to the nearest whole number, that should give us a 139 centimeter square as the area of the minor segment. So that's the solution for question number 9. Question number 10 is from a word problem, and the word problem is related to ratio. Question number 10 is from word problem, and the word problem is related to ratio. This is number 10a for so there is here as a question number 10b. So what did he say? In a man's will, he gave 2/5 of the total acres of his cocoa farm to his wife, and 1/3 of what is left to his family. The rest of the farm was to be shared among his 3 children in the ratio of 3 to 5 to 2. Given that the children who had the least share received 8 acres, calculate the figure 1 the total acres the man left, figure 2 number of acres the wife received. So that means we are talking about the number of acres here, so that were shared, but we don't know the total number of acres that were shared. So that's what he has to find. So we can say let x represent the total acres. So let x the total acre be what? X. So he gave 2/5 of these acres to his wife. So let's know what the wife share will be. 2/3 of the total acres, which is 2 over, sorry, do I say 2/3? 2/5 rather. 2/5 of the total acre, which is x. So that will give us a 2x/5. So this is what the wife received. Then how do we, if the wife received this, how do we know what the number of acres that will be left if the wife take this share? So that will be the number of the total acre of the land minus what the wife takes. So the remaining acres will be x, which is total number of acres minus what the wife take or took. So you have x minus 2s/5. If you find the LCM here, that will give us s/1 equals s/1 minus 2s/5. LCM is 5. That gives us a 5x minus 2s. That gives us a 3s/5. So that is what is left for others to share after the wife has already taken this. Now the question will go further that 1/3 of what is left. So what is left is 3s/5. So the family took 1/3 of one third of what is left. What is left is 3/5. So 1/3 of it. So how do we know what the families took? So the family also share will be 1/3 times what is left, which is 3s/5. Do we understand that? What is left is 3s/5. Then the family now take 1/3 of that. So we have 1/3 times 3s/5. So 3 can take care of 3 here. We have x/5. So this is what the family share is going to be like, or what is what the family took. Then we also need to know what is left after the family took this one. So that will be, need to remove this from the remainder here, the remaining portion here. So that means the remaining also will now be 3s/5 minus what the family took. So that will give us 3s minus will give us a 2s/5. So that means this is the leftover now of the farm. Then from the leftover now, we are told that the rest of the farm was to be shared. The rest of the farm, where is the rest of the farm? This is 2s minus 5. Sorry, 2s/5 is the rest of the farm that was to be shared among his 3 children in the ratio of 3 to 5 to 2. So given that the child who has the least, which is this ratio, receive 8 acres. So we know that when it comes to sharing using ratio, the first thing to do is to add all the ratios together. You have 3 plus 5 plus 2, that gives us 10. Then the ratio of the least, the child that received the least, that has the least ratio, that will be 2. So that will give us a 2/10 multiplied by what they have left, which is what they have to share, 2s/5. So the share of this the child who received 8 acres will be 2 over the total ratio multiplied by what they share, which is 2s/5. But we have been given what the child received. He received 8 acres. So that means we'll be having 8 equals to 2 can go in 10, that gives us 5. Then we have a 2x over 5 times 5 gives us 25. So what the child received is 8 equals to 2s/25. From there you can cross multiply. We have 2s is equals to 8 times 25. 2s is equals to 200. Divide both sides by 2. S will be equals to 100. So we have 100 acres that the man left behind. So what the man left behind was 100 acres of land. Now that we know what the man left behind, we have to find the number of acres the wife received. So we are told that we know that the wife share was 2s/5. So from there we know the value of our s. We can find what the wife received. So number of acres y received is 2x over 5. So from there we have 2 times x is 100 over 5. So that gives us 200 over 5. That gives us 40 acres. So the wife received 40 acres of land. Question number 10b state that the list price of a television set is $1,600. It can be purchased by a deposit of $400 and the rest of the amount paid by 12 monthly installments at 25% per annum simple interest. If the television set is purchased by installment, find the total cost. Excuse me. So the question is from the arithmetic of finance. In this case, hire purchase. The question is from hire purchase, that is instrumental buying. So we are given that this television set could be purchased on cash and carry. If you have $1,600, you can carry the television. But if you don't have that amount, you can buy on hire purchase by depositing $400, and the balance you can now pay instrumentally for 12 months. But the interest on it will be calculated as well on simple interest, which it will be needed to be that interest will be added to the money you are paying back. And they want us to know the total amount cost, total amount of money you are going to pay back. So we are not to tell, they don't know, they didn't ask us to the amount you are going to be paying on monthly basis, but they only want us to find the total amount you are going to pay back at the end of the 12 months. So the first thing to know is that the cost price of the television was 1,600. If the person who want to pay on hire purchase pay what's it called, $400, which is the deposit, so we can know the balance of paying on paying 400 deposit. That will give us $1,600 minus 400, which is deposit. That will give us $1,200. So this is the balance the person is going to pay back. Then on this balance, they now calculate simple interest for 12 months. So on this balance now, which is to pay, you are now going to calculate the simple interest on this balance now. So we know that the interest was calculated on a per annum, which is talking about a per annum simple interest, which is talking about a year. So that means this monthly 12 months need to be converted to year as well. So we need to convert this month to year as well, and that will give us a 1 year. So we can now find the interest for that 1 year. So PRT over 100 is for calculating simple interest. So the principal is 1,200, because on this balance we want to calculate the interest. 1,200 times the rate is 25 multiplied by the time, which is 1 year over 100. So if you simplify further, we have $300 to be on interest to be paid on this 1,200. Do we understand that now? And we know that the new amount now, because we are calculating the interest on this amount, don't forget. So to now know the amount the person is going to the amount after the interest of this after the interest. So to now know the amount after calculating interest on this money, they now have this money that you have calculated interest on plus the interest. So that will be 1,200 plus the $300 that we get here, and that should give us the amount to be $1,500. So the interest has been added, the interest of $300 has been added to this money that we calculate interest on. That gives us $1,500. Then we are now to calculate the total cost for the hire purchase. That should be this money plus the deposit that he made. So the total cost will be deposit that he made plus this amount that we have calculated. So, and that should be 400 deposits plus 1,500, and that should give us $1,900. So for paying on hire purchase. So if you Adibin, he has 1,600, would have paid cash and carry, but because he did not have money, he paid $1,900 for instrumental payment. So which is the question we are supposed to find. Question number 11 is from the coordinate geometry. Then question number 11b is from the plane geometry, in this case polygon. So question number 11, we find the equation of the line that passes through origin and the point of intersection of lines, where x plus 2y equals to 7 and x minus y equals to 4. So we have to find the equation of the straight line that passes through the origin and it passes through the intersection of this line and this line. So what can we do? We know that if you want to find equation of a straight line, there are many options of doing that. If you are given the two coordinates that the line passes through, we can find the equation of the straight line. So we are told that if the line passes through the origin, that means the coordinate at the origin is 0, 0, and it also passes through the intersection of this line and this line. So that means we can find the value of x and y in these two lines, and that will give us the intersection between them, and we can now put that on in coordinate. That will give us another coordinate. We can now use those two coordinates to find the equation of the straight line. So what am I trying to say in essence? From equation 1 and equation 2, we can find the value of x and y by solving them simultaneously. So we can remove equation 2 from equation 1, subtract 2 from 1. That will help us to eliminate x. So we have x minus x give us a 0. Then 2y minus y, that will give us a 3y. 2y minus y, that will give us a 3y. That will give us a 3y. Then 7 minus 4, that will give us a 3. Divide both sides by 3, that will give us a y to be 1. Then substitute that into equation 1 or equation 2. So we have a x minus y equals to 4. Put your y 1 here, you have a x minus y equals to 4. So find x, that will be 4 plus 1, and that will give us a 5. So that means the coordinate, the intersection of this line is a 5, 1, which is what we put in coordinate form. Then at the origin, where the line passes through also, s is 0, y is also equal to 0. So with these two coordinates now, you can find the equation of the straight line that passes through the intersection of these two lines, which is this, and the origin, which is this. So we know that gradient. So to find the equation of a straight line, we need the gradient of the straight line. So gradient is equal to m, which is y2 minus y1 over s2 minus s1. So like I said, to find the gradient of the straight line we are looking for is equation. We need to find the gradient of that straight line. That will be changing y over changing x. So you use these two coordinates that you have gotten. So the y2 is 0, s2 is also 0. Our y1 is 1. Our s2 is our y2 is 0. Our y1 is 1. Our s2 is 0, and our s1, this is not s2, s1, that's a typographical error. S1 is 5. If you put that there, we have m is equals to 0 minus 1 over 0 minus 5. That should give us a minus 1 over minus 5, and that gives us 1 over 5. It means that the gradient of the straight line is 1 over 5. Then we know that the equation of the straight line is y equals to ms plus c, which is the equation of a straight line. So we know the gradient of that straight line, that is 1 over 5. So if you put that here, your y equals to 1 over 5s plus c. Then from there, we can now find our c. We can find our c at any point. So at 0, 0, we can find our c. So that means our s is 0, y is also equals to 0. Then that means you have 0 equals to 1 over 5 into 0 plus c. Because our s is 0, y is also equals to 0. So put that here. So that means if you simplify, our c is equal to 0. So if you return that into the equation, you have a y is equals to 1 over 5s. From there, you can cross multiply. We have a 5s is equal to 5y, and that should be equal to s minus 5y equals to 0. So s minus 5y equals to 0 is the equation of the straight line that passes through the origin and also passes through the intersection of this line and this line as well. So question number B, 11b, state that the ratio of an interior angle to an exterior angle of a regular polygon is 4 to 1. Find the number of the side, the value of the exterior angle, the sum of the interior angles of the polygon. So we know that each interior angle of a regular polygon is n minus 2 multiplied by 180 over n. Then over which is the ratio. We are talking about the ratio of this to this, and ratio means division. So the ratio of the each interior angle to each exterior angle. Each exterior angle of regular polygon is 360 over n equals to 4 divided by 1, which is 4:1. So this is the ratio of the each exterior to each interior to each exterior, and that should equal to 4 over 1. We can write this one as this, so as we understand. You have n minus 2 into 180 over n. This division sign can be written as this as well. 360 over n equals to 4 over 1. So that you can change this one to times. Something can cut something. So if you change this to time, this will go up, this will come down. So n can take care of n here. So there you have n minus 2 into 180 over 360 equals to 4 over 1. So 180 can go in a 360 here, but nevertheless, I think I did not do that. You can cross multiply here. You got to have cancelled out. 180 can go in 360 here, but nevertheless, if you cross multiply, 1 will multiply this, and 4 will multiply 360. 4 times 360 will give us a 1440. Then from there now you can open the bracket, or sorry, divide both side by 180 rather. If you divide both side by 180, you have n minus 2 equals to 1440 divided by 180. You give us 8. Then take this 2 to the other side, so n will be equals to 10. So that means the number of side of that polygon is 10, and the name of that polygon will be decagon. Then you have to find the number of the exterior angle. You have to find the value of the exterior angle. They didn't say exterior angles, they said exterior angle. That means they're asking for each exterior. So that should be equals to 360 over n. So each exterior angle is 360 over n. That will be 360 over 10, and that gives us 36 degrees for each exterior angle. They have to find the sum of the interior angles of the polygon. So sum of the interior angle of a regular polygon is n minus 2 multiplied by 180. So to sum interior angle of regular polygon together, we have n minus 2 equals to 180. Did I say that n equals to? I mean n minus 2 multiplied by 180, where n is the number of sides of that polygon. But in this case, our n is 10. So that will be equals to 10 minus 2 multiplied by 180. That should give us 8 times 180, and that gives us a 1440 as the sum of the interior angle. Some 1440 degrees. Now don't forget the degrees, because we are talking about angles. So that's question number 11. Question number 12 is from circle geometry also. We are told that in the diagram, PR is a tangent, this straight line is a tangent to the circle center O at Q. So this tangent is touching this circle at Q, and O is the center. Angle POQ is 56 degrees. Angle POQ is 56 degrees, the angle at the center here. And side PO intercepts SQ. Intersect S. Sorry, don't mind. I'm trying to side PO. This side PO intersect SQ. It caught this SQ at V. Okay, now I understand. So this side PO intersect this SQ, that is, he cut it into 2 equal halves. You understand what I'm trying to say there? So at V, so it does not cut into 2. They say intercept. That means it meets, not bisect. Sorry for that interpretation. This side PO intersect SQ. That means it didn't say bisect. They say intersect. That means it meets SQ at V. So such that angle SVP, angle SV, then P is 109 degrees. We have to calculate angle TQP, angle TQ then P, the angle that is here, angle TQP. This angle here, they want us to calculate that angle there. So they want to calculate this angle TQP, then angle QTS. We are coming. Let's find angle TQP first. Let's find this angle first. It's very simple. And how do we get that? We know that there's a relation between this angle 56 degrees and this angle TSQ, angle TOQ, and angle TSQ, the angle here at the circumference here, we know that the angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So like I said, angle TSQ is equal to angle TOQ over 2, which is 56 divided by 2. The reason being that, and that gives us 28 degrees. The reason being that the angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So that means this angle TSQ is 28 degrees. So if you understand very well that this angle TQP that we are looking for, it has a relationship with this angle TSQ, because this is a tangent and this is a chord. Sorry, this is a chord rather. This is a chord to this tangent here, and this chord are joined together and they meet at this circumference. So that means this angle here that is formed here and this angle here, they have relationship and they are in the alternate segment. So that means this angle TQP you have to find is equal to 28 degree, and that is alternate segment. So angle TQP is alternate segment to this angle TSQ. So of course I also have a video on the circle geometry which you can reference, and if you want to understand circle geometry very well. So that means angle TQP is 28 degrees. Let's find angle QTS. Angle QT then S. Angle QTS. That means total with everything here. We are looking for the total angle here. We are looking for the total angle here. That's what we are looking for. Then how can we find that? It's very simple as well. Now we know that excuse me, angle STV, this is a triangle STV. So in that triangle we have this angle TSQ that we have already gotten, which is 28. We are giving this angle to be 109, so we can find this angle STV. So you can find it by removing this and this angle from 180 using sum of angle in a triangle. So angle STV will be 180 minus 109 minus 28 degrees, which is this angle here, and that will give us 43 degrees. The reason being that sum of angle in a triangle STV. So that means we know this angle here now to be 43 degrees. Also, we know that side OT is equal to side OQ. Side OT is equal to side OQ. Why? They are both radii. OT is a radius, OQ is also a radius, so they are both radii. So that made triangle OTQ an isosceles triangle because two sides are equal. So that means base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. So angle OTQ will be equal to angle OQT. So angle OTQ will be equal to angle OQT, base angles of isosceles triangle. So how can we get that? Is by removing this angle 56 degrees from 180 degrees, and whatever we get we divide it by 2 to give us angle OTQ and angle OQT. So that means angle OTQ, this angle here, equals to 180 minus 56 divided by 2, and that gives us a 62 degrees. And the reason being that sum of angle in a triangle. So the angle we are looking for, which is angle QTS, angle QTS is addition of angle STV and angle OTQ. So angle QTS we are looking for is addition of this angle plus this angle, which is STV plus OTQ. So we know our STV to be 43, we know our OTQ to be 62. So if you add them together, so that should give us a 105 degrees for angle QTS we have to find. So that answer for question number 12A. Question number 12B, you have to simplify this algebraic fraction. We have to simplify this algebraic fraction. We have 2n squared minus 3n minus 2 over 2n squared plus 3n plus 1 to multiply n squared minus 1 over n squared minus 4. So if you have to simplify it, you are only to reduce it to the simplest form. And how do we do that? Is by simplifying this quadratic expression. So 2 multiply minus 2, that gives us the minus 4. Then two numbers you can multiply together to give us minus 4, and when you add them together it will give us a minus 3. So that should be minus 4 plus 1. So that should now give us a 2n squared minus 4n plus n minus 2 for this one. So that means we'll be having 2n squared minus 4n plus n minus 2. The same thing here, denominator as well. We're having quadratic expression here as well. So 2 multiply 1, you have 2. So two numbers can multiply together to give us 2, and when you add them together, it gives us a plus 3. And then that should be 1 plus 3, 1 plus 2. So 1 plus 2. So that means this expression will now become 2n squared plus n plus 2n plus 1, which is what you're having here. Then n squared minus 1 is a difference of 2 square. Difference of 2 square, because this also can be written as 1 square. So you'll be having n squared minus 1 square. That gives us n plus 1 into n minus 1. This is a difference of 2 square. Also, then minus n squared minus 4 also is a difference of 2 square as well, because this one can be written as 2 raised to power 2. So that should give us a 2 plus n plus 2 into n minus 2. From there, you can now factorize this, the quadratic here, and factorize this one as well. So 2n is common here. So you have 2n into n minus 2. Then plus 1 is common here. You have plus 1 into n minus 2 over n is common here. You can n into 2n plus 1. So 1 is common here. Plus 1 is common. Plus 1 into 2n plus 1 equals to this. So 2n plus 1 into n minus 2. So you have 2n plus 1 into n minus 2. Then over n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 equals to this. Sorry, times this rather. So from there now you can see that we can cancel out some things. 2n plus 1 will take care of 2n plus 1 here. Likewise, n minus 2 will take care of n minus 2 here. N plus 1 will take care of n plus 1 here. So we can see that we only have n minus 1, then n plus 2 left. So that means you are left with n minus 1 over n plus 2, which is the answer for this question number 12b. So question number 13 also is on circle geometry. Question number 13a. So we can see that any student who knows circle geometry very well will easily pass this Wassce, because there are quite a number of questions given on circle geometry. So question number 13a is on circle geometry as well. We are told that in the diagram, ABT is a circle, center O. Then side line PQ is a tangent. Line PQ is a tangent to the circle at T, yeah? And ABC is a straight line. ABC is a straight line. Then line TC bisect, that is a cut. Line TC, where is TC? Line TC, this line here, line TC bisect angle BTQ. Angle BTQ, this it bisect the whole angle here from here to here. It cut it into two. And angle BTA, angle B8T rather, angle BAT is 44, and angle PTA is 60 degrees. You have to find angle ACT, angle C then T, the angle that is marked here, angle ACT, that we are looking for. So of course it's a little bit simple as well, or if you have the eyes to see, you know that it's very simple. Excuse me. So we can see that this angle PTA, this angle 60 degrees, should be equal to this angle ABT, this angle here. They are in alternate segments. The angle here is equal to this angle here. So angle ABT is equal to 60 degrees. They are in alternate segments. So this angle is 60 degrees. And also angle BTQ, the angle here, the whole angle here is also 44 degrees. Reason being that alternate segment as well. So the total angle here is also equal to this angle 44 degree alternate towards segment. But we are told that this straight line this line TC is called the whole angle BTQ into two parts. That is, it bisects, where is it? This line TC bisects angle BTQ, so that may cut it into two parts. So that means this angle BTC is equal to angle CTQ. Angle BTC is equal to angle CTQ. So that should be equal to 44 divided by 2. So since TC bisect angle BTQ, it means that angle BTC, which is the angle inside this triangle here, this angle here, is going to be 44 divided by 2, and that gives us 22 degrees. So that means in this triangle BCT now, from this triangle BTC, we already have two angles. Sorry, you have this angle here, which is BTC, which is 22, and we are looking for this angle C, and this angle we got here, which is 60 degrees. So if you know that in a triangle we could have a exterior angle, the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior. So this angle here plus this angle here will give us this exterior angle here. So if you don't understand that as well, you can check my video on plane geometry, where I talk about triangles, talk about exterior angle is equal to sum of the two opposite interior angles. So this angle 60 degrees is equal to this angle we got here plus this angle we are looking for. So from triangle TBC, angle ABT, where's ABT? Angle ABT, which is what we got here, 60 degrees, the angle here, is equal to angle BTC, which is this angle here, plus angle ACT, which is what we are looking for, the angle here. Reason being that the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to sum of the two opposite interior angles. So if that's the case, we know our ABT is 60 equals to BTC is 22, which is what we got here, plus ACT we are looking for. So make ACT solve the formula. We have AC equal to 60 minus 22, and that will give us a 38 degrees. That's our angle ACT. Question number 13b is from the circle. Is from the measuration of is from the measuration of solid shape. Measuration of solid shape. In this case, we are measuring cylinder. The question says that the circumference of the base of the cylindrical tank is 11 meters. So the height of the tank is 3 meters more than 6 times the base radius. We have to calculate the radius, the height, and the volume of the tank. So like I told you, is from the measurement of solid shape, in this case cylinder. We are told that the circumference of the base of the cylinder, because we know that this base of cylinder is circular, so we are given the circumference to be 11 meters. So that means that we can use that to find the radius of the base of the cylinder. We know that the circumference of a circle, which is the base of the cylinder, is 2 pi r. So we are given the circumference will be 11. So that will be 11 equals to 22 multiplied by 22 over 7. So 11 is equal to 2 times 22 over 7 multiplied by the radius. So we have 11 equals to 44 r over 7 cross multiply. We have 77 is equals to 44 r. Divide both sides by 44. R will be equals to 1.7 meters as the radius of the circular base of the cylinder. Then from there, now that we know the radius of the circular base, which is the first thing they ask us to find, we can find the height of the cylinder. Since we have been given the relationship between the height and the radius of the cylinder, we are told that the height of the tank is 3 more than 6 times the radius. How can we write that mathematically? The height, which is h, height h is equal to 3 more, that is plus 3, than 6 times the radius. 6 radius plus 3, that's what we're going to give us. So you have h equals to 6r plus 3. So from there you can get our h. So our h is going to be 6 times our radius is 1.75 plus 3. Then multiply it and add it to 3. So the height is 13.5 meter, which is the height of the tank, cylindrical tank. Then the last thing we have to find is that we have to find the volume of the tank. So the volume of the cylinder is pi r square h, which is the volume of the cross-sectional area. Sorry, which is the cross-sectional area of the tank or of the cylinder multiplied by the height. The cross-section of the cylinder is the base, which is the circular in area, circular. So its area is pi r square multiplied by the area, which is h. So that gives us pi r square h. If you substitute our values, you have 22 over 7 times radius is 1.75 squared multiplied by height, which is 13.5. Then from that you have 22 over 7. If you simplify this, you have 3.0625 multiplied by 13.5. Simplify this with calculator, that should give us a 129.938 meters cube as the volume. so we are not asked to approximate our answer, so we left our answer like that. So thank you for watching, and we have been able to solve all the questions together one after the other, aside from the question number 5 that I promised. I don't know how I forgot that question. To prepare this to prepare the slide is not an easy task, so that may be the cause of the reason why I unavoidably sorry, I mistakenly rather for omitted the question number 5 in that case. So thank you for watching this video, and I want to believe you have learned one or two things from this video, and you have been following up step by step from the beginning of this video. And if you are yet to subscribe to the channel, please click the subscribe button right now on the video on the channel, so that you can subscribe and help us improve this channel. Like the video, share the video with the people out there who need this resource material, and leave the comments in the comment section of this video. And I will see you in the next video, which should be the theory of the further mathematics question. Thank you, and God bless you.